Hi, I'm the blacksmith. With KJ the architect and PA Paranormal Adam, we are the hip hop professors. We're on location at the legendary Toad's Place with the owner Brian. Cue the intro.
Excuse me. Hip hop history, there's no mystery. Blacksmith, the forge, the crucible, simplicity. KJ, the architect, ledge, scratch aggressor. When we combine, we are the hip hop professors.
Hello, folks, and welcome back, yes, back to the Hip Hop Professors. We are again at the legendary Toad's Place in New Haven, Connecticut, one of the most incredible music venues this side of, let me tell you, the East Coast. Dare I say the East Coast? I mean, I've been all up and down the East Coast, and people in the South even know about the legendary Toad's Place. Let me tell you. So, we're here with Brian, the owner, and we're just gonna ask a few questions just for the people that do not know how legendary this place is. Now you're going to know. All right, all right. So once again, thank you, Brian, for having us.
Oh, you're welcome.
We appreciate your
You're
time.
very welcome.
So we can get right into it. So, can you give us a brief history of Toad's Place?
Sure. The club opened here in January of 1975.
Okay.
It originally had three owners. They had just got out of the Culinary Institute here in New Haven, and one of the guys took a loan out, and they were able to get the business going as a restaurant, not as a nightclub yet. They wanted it to be a French restaurant.
Okay.
So it was a restaurant prior to the days of Toads with another place called Hungry Charlie's that was here for a number of years. So a lot of the equipment was actually still on the premise.
Okay.
So they tried it out. They had a lunch and a dinner, and things just didn't go quite as well as they had hoped. So they decided to try some music on it at night.
Okay.
Once that started, things started to do a little bit better for them. And then shortly thereafter, the partners just weren't getting along.
All right.
So in 1976, I had met the owner through a problem I had. Believe it or not, I had a karate school around the corner.
Okay.
And I had a sandwich board at the bottom of the stairs leading up. I was on the third floor. And somebody broke, I had a glass door that led up there. Somebody broke the door and stole the sign. So I was up there, I happened to be up there that night, and I was with a few guys, we were playing poker. I was still in college at the time.
Okay.
And so we walked around the block, we're looking for the sign, because we figured whoever stole the sign broke the door.
Right. Right.
So we walked in front of Toad's, and this was in probably late 1975. And there's a sign out in front. So we walked in, and we asked some of the people around the windows, did you see who did it? And they pointed out somebody. And the guys I was with, they wanted to just kind of go and do a number on it, because they were upset.
Yeah.
But I said, hold on. And then I met one of the owners, Mike. And he said, well, no, let's call the cops. I said, okay, look, we don't want to cause a problem here. We'll just call the cops and have him arrested.
Right.
So we had the guy arrested. I never got the money for the door because he was a soldier, I guess, stationed in Germany, so he was gone. That was long gone. But
Right.
on the good side of the coin, I met Mike, and that's how my relationship with Toad started.
Okay.
So I finished up school in May of '76, and Mike said, "Well, why don't you come in and work for me? Later on this year when you're ready to start working, you come in as the manager. I'm buying my other two partners out."
Okay.
So he bought them out, and I started working here in October of '76. So it was him and me at that time. So things started to move along, and then the place was nowhere near as big as it is now.
Okay.
So we expanded it, and we started bringing in acts like Muddy Waters,
What?
back in the old days, yeah, and some of the old like Bo Diddley
What?
and acts from that whole vein,
Yeah.
and
Wow.
the classic acts. And so we started bringing them in. We were making some money, and we had some bluegrass stuff that we were doing too.
Right,
The drinking age was 18 at the time.
Okay.
So you had that whole market that you could bring in as well, and then we were looking for more ways to expand the club and what we were doing. So we started to branch out on the styles of music.
Okay.
Hip hop hadn't really gotten around just yet around 1976 or 77 yet. It was, I think it was basically getting ready to start over the next few years, but
Yes.
at this point in time, it was more or less rock and roll, some jazz, country was out there, so we were bringing in an assortment of those type acts,
Okay.
and it worked out pretty good.
Okay.
And then we got our first big break. We became friends with Jim Koplik, and he's the president of Live Nation now,
Ah. Okay.
and he's the president of the Connecticut and Upper State New York.
All right.
And he was, at the time, him and Shelley Finkel had a company called Cross Country Concerts, and they did all the shows at the Hartford Civic Center and the New Haven Coliseum.
All right.
So Mike became good friends with Jim. I met him, and he wanted to help us get some bigger acts in here.
Okay.
So all of a sudden, one night, he was doing Bruce Springsteen at New Haven Coliseum. Now, Bruce was supposed to have played the Hartford Civic Center, but the roof collapsed.
Oh.
So
okay.
the show came here. A
What?
whole bunch of shows. Yeah.
Awesome.
Springsteen, Bob Seger, and The Who, and a few other ones all came to New Haven Coliseum. So what happened was when they went there, he allowed us to meet some of their entourage and invite them over, which
Okay.
we did.
Right,
and
right.
next thing you know, Springsteen's on our stage playing after his show there.
How's that for history, folks? Come on.
Then we had Bob Seger came in. He did the same thing. And then in 1980, Koplik calls us up and he says, "Listen, Billy Joel wants to do a small club run." And he was doing 2 shows at the Hartford Civic Center that were already sold out. But he was going to do another 5 small clubs for a new CD. It was the first time CDs were coming out,
Okay.
and digital. It was a digital concept, and nobody even knew what that was yet.
Right.
So he had this big truck that was going to do the master on it and
Yeah,
everything, and so we did the show. So we advertised it, and of course, we had we sold the tickets from the Long Wharf area, 2 tickets per person, and people when they got in here it was like hitting a lottery. You're seeing Billy Joel in a club, instead of a coliseum. So that was our
Crazy.
first big one.
That's crazy.
And then, our friendship with Jim Koplik worked out really nice, and he helped us get groups from that point forward. And we started to bring in some of the music that was big at the time and starting to move, like some of the alternative bands like the Ramones and Blondie and those type groups. And then this hip hop thing started to come out, and it was new. We weren't sure what it was,
Right.
but we figured, let's give this thing a shot because this might be another avenue as to where the music world is going.
Look, it's revolutionary, man.
Yeah,
Oh.
the record companies knew about it.
Yeah.
The executives knew about it, and they were going to put some money in this thing, and we could see that coming, and we could see it was gonna take its own path.
Right.
So we started bringing some action. Actually, if you want to zoom over to there, see it says that was one of the first acts we brought in here around
Curtis
1980.
Blow,
Yeah.
Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five,
Right.
Houdini,
Right. And
What?
right. They were all here. in one
Sugar
night.
Hill Gang,
That's right.
Kool Moe Dee.
Yep.
What?
That was one of our
Are you
our
serious?
first big shows. That's right. Our first hip hop show.
Man,
I think
we hit
that could've
the
been
jackpot.
first
That's
one.
awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
So we started right back in the early day with that show.
Look at that. Look at that. That is incredible. That is. Let me ask you a question. Who came up with the name of Toad's Place?
That was Mike.
Okay.
That was Big Mike, and
Okay.
he wanted to come up with some unusual name.
Okay.
And he thought that maybe a toad might be good. It was a character. He liked the character, and
Right.
sometimes he would talk about people sitting on their couch being toads, and
Okay.
and he thought it was a funny name. And they said, they never thought the club was going to be here
Right.
as long as it is.
Right.
And so let's just call it Toads. And the original logo was not like the logo that we use now.
Right,
It was more of a kind of a weird looking toad.
Okay.
And then we paid somebody to do it up like the Wind in the Willows. I don't know if you
Right.
saw
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I know that. I know
Yeah,
that story.
so he looks like the
Yeah, he
like
does,
the toad from the Wind in the Willows.
Yes,
So sharp with a vest
That
and
makes
the
sense.
cane and the
Makes sense.
spats on and all that stuff. So
The reason why I was asking about that is because, the I didn't know if initially if you guys had a connection to Yale University, and they're the Bulldogs. And I was gonna ask, why isn't it called the Bulldog? But now I know you guys did their own. See, this is why they're legendary. This is why. I was very, very impressed. This is a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. So thank you for that piece of history.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah. So, anyways, let me bring up the timeline here. So, we started as we started to move through the '80s. More and more acts started to come out, and we started to do some of the hip hop groups, and some of them were doing well. So we continued to do it. We had some of the early ones in here were like Ice Cube, Queen Latifah, and we had I was talking to Talib Kweli. He actually came down here the night we had Ice Cube.
Really?
Yeah, and he wasn't even. He was going to I think Cheshire Cat. Was it Cheshire Cat?
Yeah.
He was going over there, and he just took a run down because he wanted to see Ice Cube. And it was an interesting night. Ice Cube put a great show on. We had a little fight that night, unfortunately, but it was just one of those things. But nobody got hurt seriously, and it was great. It was a great night, and then we started to bring in some more hip hop acts, and we started to really roll on this thing as we got into the '90s. We've done countless superstars that have been here. From the Wu-Tang Clan has played here many times. Kanye West has been here.
Wow.
And that was a great show. They called us up when he was first started. People knew who he was. It was a sold out night, but he wasn't doing Coliseums yet. It was kind of like his tester. Tester tour. It was just breaking out. He wanted to just do a few clubs. Get his feet wet, and they picked Toads. So they called us. We said, "Yeah, let's go," and that was a great night.
Awesome.
Absolutely great night. And then we did. Let's see here. You see a lot of the acts that we have on the back of our T-shirts. Let me grab a T-shirt and read them off. That'll help me bring some of these acts to mind as we're talking here. Let's see here. We have.
I know I've been to some good shows here.
Let's see what we got here. We had. Let's see. So there's.
Wiz Khalifa.
Right. Wale's been here several times. Wiz has been here twice.
Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince.
Right.
Holy crap.
That's right. And yeah. What? Will Smith. Yeah. Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince were here. Yeah. That's right. So they were here. We had. Let's see here. Who are a few of these other?
Nas was here.
Oh, Nas has been here twice. And oh yeah.
Public Enemy.
Public Enemy was here several
I was here for
times.
Run DMC show. I remember that one.
Run DMC. They were here 2 or 3 times, and great show.
Yeah.
The Roots were great too.
Oh,
And unfortunately, one of the guys from Run DMC, which guy what's his name?
Jam Master Jay.
Yeah, he's dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but they love
Snoop
Toads.
Dogg.
And Slaughter has been here.
Slaughterhouse,
They love. I was talking to them when they were here last time, and they just came in. I think we were like one of the first places they ever played, and they just said, "We just love it here," and really enjoyed our their time here over the years. And you're picking some of these names right out here.
Yeah.
That's good.
So the Queen Latifah's there.
Yep.
Yeah, this is amazing.
And we had if you look at the charts. Actually, let me see here. We go down the charts. Here's there's a Billboard current copy of Billboard, and there's Drake right there.
Yeah.
And let me get the hip hop things out here. We got here we go. R&B hip hop. Well, you look and you see who's at the top of the charts, and let's see here. Kendrick played here.
What?
He's been here a couple times. Future's been here.
Wow.
Post Malone's been here.
Wow.
Okay. Lil Uzi Vert's been here.
Wow.
French Montana's been here a bunch of times.
Okay.
And Kyle's coming. Lil Yachty's already been here.
Okay.
Ayo and Teo just played here a couple of months ago.
Wow.
We're trying to get Khalid. I think we're going to get him next time through. We lost him to Philly.
Okay.
There's Kendrick again. Playboy Cardi is going to be up at the Dome.
Amigos there.
Gucci Mane we did not have. Wife and Lucia we had him here.
Okay.
P&B Rock we had him here. Let's see here. There's Drake. And who else we got here? T Grizzly's coming. We already he's booked right now. And SZA, that show sold out like an hour.
Really?
1 hour.
Wow.
That's all it took. And we're trying to get a second show right now. And we had Russ. We had Russ here. Lil Uzi Vert, the 2 Chainz has been here. Trey Songz was here. Let's see here. Who else do we have?
You got J. Cole here?
J. Cole, yeah. J. Cole played here. Yep.
When you can go down the Billboard list and point out people, just go down the list and say they've been there. This is a legendary venue. When you can do that.
Yeah.
What?
So you can see
Bananas.
most of them here have been here, over the years, and yeah, it's now here's your the albums too. The same thing here. You got Kendrick and SZA rather.
Right.
Top 2, top 3 have been here.
Right.
And there's 4 of the top 5 with Post Malone.
Wow.
So there you go. Future. Bryson Tiller did 2 shows here.
Wow.
Both sold out immediately. And I think Travis Scott has been here, but years ago. It might have been part of a package, but I'm not positive. But I think he might have played as part of the package. And Logic has been here. Russ, Big Sean's been here, of course. There's Little Yachty, and there's just a lot more. Just,
Incredible.
There's tons of them. Over the years, it's been absolutely fantastic. So we started bringing the acts in, and they started doing well, and all the performers loved Toads.
Right.
So hip hop became a part of what we are here.
Right.
You know.
For those of you who have not been here, get here. This is the spot right here. One of the best concerts I've ever been to. It was my birthday a couple of years ago. My brother bought me tickets. KRS-One was here.
Yep.
One of the most incredible concerts. It was peaceful.
Yep.
The show was amazing.
Yep.
There was nobody. It was rowdy. It was such an incredible show.
Yep.
And people were like tuned in.
Always with him.
Oh, yeah.
We even had him do a seminar up here one
what's the
afternoon.
name?
He came in here, and it was mostly all Yale students, and he just did a talk with them.
Right.
Just came in. He wanted to do this talk. They came in. We did it in Lily's Pad.
Okay.
And there might have been about 70, 80 people here.
Okay.
And he just did a talk on who he is and where he's from and
Right.
what he's trying to say in his music. And it was great.
Yeah, he travels the world,
Yep.
doing lectures, and he goes to different colleges around the world. I mean, he's an incredible, prolific speaker, but to come here the way he did, and he rocked the house, and then at the end of it, even did a little bit of lecturing. That was, seriously, the best concert I've ever been to in my life.
Yeah.
And it was here at Toads, man.
I've been to
Here
a
at
lot
Toads.
A lot of good concerts here.
Oh, my
Shows.
goodness. The legendary, folks. I'm trying to tell you, this place is legendary. You get here, and you have to be here. You have to be here. I don't even know, my questions are even relevant anymore.
Well, here's another person that played in here too. I'm trying to think what his name is now. He played keyboards the night Kanye West played here. He knows him really well. He was in this movie out that won an Academy Award, a musical this year. That's out. What was it called? La La Land. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see it.
He was in La La Land, and he's a huge. He's like more R&B, than anything else.
John Legend. No?
Yeah, John
John
Legend.
Legend?
Yeah.
Oh,
John
I
Legend,
love
yeah.
John Legend.
That was him. Yeah,
He
John
puts
Legend.
on a great show.
Yep.
Let me tell you.
So I didn't even know he played here until somebody came in and said, "Yeah, I was here at that Kanye West." And John Legend, he was doing keyboards that night.
Yeah, he plays with him.
I didn't know that.
Was Kanye's
What's the
first
woman
act
that
like
plays the violin? She would come with him sometimes. Mary Ari, or I think her name is. But she plays with him, and what's the other woman? The singer. I love her too. I can't remember her name, but she did the hook for All Falls Down. Selena Johnson. So she normally bring his whole crew. This was like early on, but this is one of the spots, man. This,
Yeah, I saw some good shows.
yeah.
One of my
legendary.
favorite shows was, I think it was the PlayStation. They sponsored the show or something, but
Okay.
it was Mos Def,
Oh,
Talib Kweli.
Yep.
They had Jean Grey,
Oh,
Yep.
Pharoah Monch. was
Oh,
there.
that would-
in one show. Like,
That's-
where do you get all that in one show?
Toad's Place.
They
Oh,
brought out MOP that night.
Oh my goodness. incredible.
I saw Buster here.
Did I see Buster?
Nas and he. Where do you go when you get a show? Nas open up. Nas is the headliner, but Talib opens up for him. And Jay Electronica before you even know.
Toad's Place. Toad's Place. That's where you go.
Ghostface opening up for Rakim.
My question
With
is
live
right now.
band.
I've gone so much history.
I just brought my kids to the Ayo and Teo with that one.
Yeah.
I'm always here.
Yep.
So I'm always here.
You
I
already
work
answered my
down here,
question.
yeah. So I come as soon as I know it's a show. I wanted to get a scissor for scissor, but I have a show that night.
Yeah.
But scissor.
Yeah, well, it looks like there's a chance we'll know over the next day or so if we're going to add a second show. It'll be the next night on the Saturday, because the first one sold out so fast, and the routing still works perfectly because they weren't booked on the Saturday. They're going to be in Rhode Island on the Sunday, and the day before us, they're I think in New York. So the routing is perfect for them, and hopefully, if we catch a break, we'll get them for the second show. So we're begging them now.
That's awesome.
It was 2 years ago. I don't know how y'all pulled that off. They got Lauren Hill here the week before
Really?
Christmas.
Lauren Hill?
That was my wife's Christmas.
Yep, Lauren Hill. And she showed a blade as usual.
Yeah, she showed the blade, but she put on the show. Yeah, standing there all night. Because when I come to the show, I get here early.
Right,
I
right,
gotta
right.
be up front
Right.
every time. Like if it's a legend, I gotta be up front.
This is a place
This is
where
the place
legends
to
show
be.
up. This is where they come. This place right here. You know what I mean? So, got the new stuff, but the legends come to Toad's Place, man. They show. Oh, I'm overwhelmed. This is incredible. This,
Oh, we had Snoop here a couple times.
Really?
Good about that, yeah. And Snoop Dogg was great. I mean, he had a big line of people that he was signing autographs for and doing photo ops. He was just really great with the customers, you know. And he stayed for a long time. And we actually let him use Lily's pad for a dressing room. And both times he came in, both times were sold out. And the people just loved him. And he just what a great show it was that he put on.
so every time I look at that, another will pop up. This is incredible. Incredible. De La Soul's been here.
Oh, that De La Soul show was crazy.
Oh my God.
That was
This
an
is-
anniversary show too.
Oh my God.
Freddie Fox, all them.
Violated People's been here. Holy crap.
That Duck Down anniversary show was good too.
I missed that one. I wanted to come see that one.
That was good.
I don't. Sir, I'm so overwhelmed. I'm very pleased because, like I said, I know this place is legendary, but to hear it from the man himself that has been here and that has, been a part of the machine that's made this place legendary, I feel like I'm in the midst of royalty here, venue royalty, so thank you so much.
You're
sir.
welcome. Quite
Thank
welcome.
you so much.
Quite
I'm
welcome.
just, wow. So, man, I don't even know where to go from here.
Well, we can go downstairs and I can show you the Wall of Fame down there and the picture of Drake that I told you about.
Okay,
I wanted
okay.
to show that to you down in the club.
Okay.
And some other murals that we did that
All right.
you'll enjoy.
All right.
These are hand painted murals, and I have well, you'll see. There's some good acts
All
that
right.
we have on there. It's a work in progress. I'm gonna eventually have the whole club done with these hand painted murals.
Okay.
They're pricey, but that's what. So we're getting them done over like a 2 or 3 year period.
All right.
But right now we're maybe a third of the way done. But I'll show you all those too. when we go
Okay.
down.
Well, what we're gonna do, folks, we're gonna cut in that part of the video afterwards. But thank you for watching this segment. I'm the Blacksmith with KJ the Architect and PA Paranormal Adam. And thanks again, Brian. Thank you so much for letting us
welcome.
into your venue. But we'll cut in the rest of the video with the murals and everything afterward. And we're out for this segment. Peace.
Now, the front line are called the Yale Toads.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So back in 1990, we started doing. I take a picture with them every year. So that's 1990 all the way through up till this past year.
Okay.
So this is a little history here.
Fantastic.
And this is a new PA system we have up. It's an L-acoustic system. We had to put in last September, and brand new. Cost us about $250,000.
Wow.
And it's top of the line. And our lighting system is probably worth about $150,000. And yeah, everything is Yeah, everything's pricey, but we had to get all the right stuff. Now, this down here, these are rock acts, but I want you to be able to take a look at the detail, because I'm going to show you some of the other ones, and we can't get up there, so you can't see the detail. But if you look at it, these are all hand painted. These aren't pictures. Yeah,
That's amazing.
These are all hand painted. So
Look at the detail in that.
yeah, exactly.
That sweat looks real.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
The guy was really talented at these things, you know.
Quite impressive.
And yeah, now I'll show you over here. If you look up the top, and as I said, we're going to continue this whole thing. These are some rock acts that we had with the Stones and Bob Dylan and stuff on this side. We're going to be actually these are the new ones here, and we're going to carry that over to this side here and actually bring the red in on here so everything matches up. But you have there you go, Bon Jovi and Santana and Beck. Actually, Beck and Kanye West almost had a little thing at the Grammys 2 years ago, because Beck had the award and Kanye went over and grabbed it. He just doing a joke, but I thought it was funny because the two of them both played here, you know. Yeah. And here's Snoop with the 2 dates, Iggy Azalea, and there's Kanye.
That's awesome.
And again, these are all hand painted. There's Drake right next to him. Johnny Cash is dead now, as you know. Yeah. Wow. These are other acts that have been here. Fish has been here a couple times. Hatebreed is local. They're a national act, but they're out of Connecticut. There's Bono from U2 played here 3 times. Wow. And Kings of Leon. And these are all old ones that we're going to be replacing from a while back. You know, these were all the old picks. They're not hand painted, obviously. Mm-hmm. And just some other ones. You can see some other pictures that we have. Actually, let me. I'll show you these. Now I'll bring you over to the front and show you a couple of those too, and downstairs to the dressing room. Here's a few things here that we have. What do we have here? Here's Willie Dixon. You remember him?
Willie Dixon.
Willie Dixon.
Yes.
Yeah. So here's a picture of him. He played here several times, and back in the early days, and. These are, there's a poster we put around for Muddy Waters. It was a big special with Yale. They wanted to fill the place up with Yale students, so we let them all in for $2 a piece. The place was packed. And Tom Jones, and that's Jewel.
Tom Jones?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah, oh yeah. Jewel, Joan Jett. Johnny Winter's dead now. It's Bob Seger on our stage. This is Meatloaf. Meatloaf, actually, you know, it's not hip hop, but Meatloaf played the first show of his career after he released Bat Out of Hell. Really? Right here on our stage, yeah. This was like this big tester thing, yeah, right here. First one. Dylan played the longest show of his career here, almost it's like 5.5 hours. Wow. Yeah, Bob Dylan. And this is John Lee Hooker here too. Really? Yeah, there's John Lee, old blues. And great guy. This is the Stones on our stage. That's right from our stage. And
his favorite group right there.
And Joe Jackson, Black Crowes, Billy Joel. That's an autographed picture from him. So you can see, you know, some of the stuff that goes way back. That's our rainforest room back there. And we use that for private parties or just getaways. And I got some other pictures over here. Take a walk. Can you get over here? I got some other good ones here. I'll show you. There's, let's see here, Rick James on at the bottom.
Oh, that's my favorite.
He's dead now too, I believe.
Yeah.
And what else we got? That's U2 up there with wearing Toad's t-shirt. Pretenders. Stevie Ray Vaughan. And
Bobcat Goldthwait.
Yeah. Bobcat Goldthwait.
Rick James?
Yeah, they all played her. Yep, they were all here. And that's Albert Lee, I believe, there. And that's B.B. King up there. See him? He played 2 shows here. Sold them both out back to back. And here's the old. This is the first menu. Remember when I told you that the club was like a restaurant?
Yeah.
And this is the first menu from from those days. And you can see that's the Toad that they were using, and you know, it was very simple. And the place, here's some old pictures of the way the place looked back in those days. This is like the front of the club back from the 1940s. It used to be the Yale Co-op.
Okay.
The Yale Co-op was moved around the corner, and they were finally closed up in the late 90s. Yeah. But, yeah, so those are old pictures. And,
Incredible.
yeah, take a walk. If you get downstairs, I want to show this stuff downstairs to you, too, if you can take it down.
All right.
I got some guys down there. You can see on the walls here, these are some more artists that I may or may not have mentioned.
David Bowie,
That have been
Black
here.
Crows,
Yep.
Cheap Trick, holy crap, Huey Lewis, Talking Heads.
Who else do we have here? Here.
Uji Bantan was here.
Oh yeah, he's in jail now. Believe it or not, he was here. He was here on 9/11. Believe it or not. 9/11 that day. Yeah, that night. We couldn't cancel the show or do anything because there was already too many tickets sold. But it was a sorrowful day that day. I'll never forget that. You never forget where you were that day. You know. And he was here. Believe it or not. And we got who else do we have that? So would be interesting. Here's Wiz and Wale. Put those two guys together. Here's Lauryn Hill, who we talked about. This guy Mike Posner was a one-hit wonder, I think. And who else do we got down here? Let's take a look. We got
Wu-Tang over there.
Yep, Wu-Tang. Yep.
Yeah, Little Richard here.
Yeah. Yeah, believe it or not, we did. And
Gangstar.
Macklemore and Lewis. They had their day. Tyga.
Yeah.
You know. Who else we got here?
Tribe Called Quest.
Tribe was here.
Huh?
Oh, snap.
Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah, and we got, let's see here, yeah, Gangstar, yeah, that was another good one. And
Did you ever have Dougie Fresh here? Slick Rick.
Dougie Fresh, yeah, he was here.
Oh my.
Dougie Fresh was here, yep. Lenny Kravitz, and here's Queen Latifah, Mos Def, we talked about them already.
Yep.
And who else do we got here? Let's see here. And Snoop Dogg was right. LMFAO, yeah, that was another big one. Sold out. We got Seal was another great show we had here. What a show he put on.
I would love to see him.
Oh my God, what a voice!
Yeah.
That guy's got a voice that is just, I mean, it's just beyond imagination. It's just fantastic. And who else do we got here? Gosh. So most of these we talked about. Beanie Man, Capleton, Blondie, Iggy Azalea. Let's see here. Santana, Jimmy Cliff, reggae guy. There's Ice Cube. Run DMC is there. Ice Killer. And Jurassic 5 and Fabulous. Don't forget about Fabulous. He's been here many times. There's Nas. And yeah, and then so we talked about De La Soul. And then here's a picture that I wanted to show you of Drake.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Yeah, there you go. Incredible. So that was, you see, June 18th, 2009.
Wow.
And so you can see the cameras they had there.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So that's always, that dates the photo. And so DJ Buck is the one who took the picture.
Okay.
So,
That's incredible.
yeah, that's what you get a kick out of that.
Look
And-
how many people in that's packed house, man.
Yeah. Oh, it was sold out, yeah. Oh, yeah. It was sold out. It was a great night. So, yeah, so we're redoing this whole dressing room here. So, when it's done, it'll look good.
I bet.
Yeah. rip everything out, new walls, new furniture, new floors, everything. You know, we're gonna have a thing set up here for plug in your iPhones and whatever else digital equipment you need, and internet connections and the works.
Awesome.
So, and all band friendly. You know?
Yeah.
This is like the opening access room here, and that's our production room here.
Okay.
And yeah, and other than that, that's everything. You guys want to get t-shirts?
Oh, please. Thank you.
All right, you know what? Just go upstairs. All right. Anyway.
I never thought I'd get a tour of this place as much as I've been here. This is cool right here.
What's up?
So when they enter the stage,
Yep.
We probably live outside though, right?